Hey, what's going on with the YouTube? What's going on, everybody? How's everybody's weekend? How did it go? Hey, I know some of them kids are out this upcoming week. Hey, I can tell you, all of us parents and, you know, us working folks, we ain't so lucky. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy KT, and y'all back on that channel, man. As y'all can see, you know, it's a little nighttime out there. A little nighttime. Y'all see a little night sky. Looking good, though. It's feeling good, though. Hey, you know, had to, you know what I'm saying, come holler at my people for a second, man. I had to make this video. This is something that needs to be done, so I'm about to do it. I never thought I'd be making a video of this type of magnitude with this type of change that's about to be on this camera. But I mean, you know, I guess life has this weird way of reaching out to you and, you know, changing stuff up for you. Pretty much, y'all all know my baby, you know what I'm saying? The car that started the channel, Storm 392. And as y'all can see by the title, your boy has to go a different route. I didn't want to. Like I said, it's not a choice that I would have just up and made if I, you know, still had the car, or if it was up to me, because, you know, I was really, you know, into the 392 community. As far as the build, I was researching all the time, you know, getting, you know, as acclimated with the 392s as I can, because we all know it's a pretty big liter engine. It's a pretty big stout motor until you start modding it. That's what the 392 just really, you know, kind of separate itself on the weaker side, because, you know, pretty much around the 600 wheel horsepower, you know, once you get around that, then it's time to upgrade your internals, you know what I'm saying, because you can't really go past that. Especially if you're doing any type of boost, because them, ooh man, them piston rings and them 6.4s hate boost, you know what I'm saying, hate it. So, you know, my goal for the car was, of course, you seen the long tube headers with the mids, no cats, stock exhaust, all straight pipe. Then of course, y'all know, had the Diablo Sport tune on it first, because you have to get some type of program in order to even get a custom tune written on. You got to get a program, and I chose Intune 3. So I did the little Diablo Sport for a while, uploaded a custom tune, did that through Greene, and pretty much, man, I had different type of plans that I wanted to do with the car besides what I did do. I put a little oil catch can, you know, just simple modifications just to keep the car up and, you know, make it as easy as possible to keep maintenance. What else I do to the car? Of course, I did the PCM swap. Man, it's a few little things I did to that car, but the biggest thing I did that I didn't get to really just tap into was the nitrous. 125 shot with the long tubes. Man, I think the car, even though I didn't dyno, I think the car would have been right at 6 with a little bit of probably maybe low 6s in torque. I know it would have been at least 6, no lower than about 585, 590. But, you know, like I said, I didn't get to dyno the car due to the tragedy. And if y'all don't know, yes, my car was stolen at gunpoint. I wasn't prepared, you know, for that type of outcome, but, you know, hey, like I say, life has its funny way of doing things, and so that's where I'm at now. So without further ado, I'm still Mopar Mafia KT at heart, but there will be a possible name change, you know what I'm saying, just to, you know, get the channel more focused on the car that I'm trying to build now, that y'all see in the thumbnail. Also, I have different cars as well that I'm in the process of probably building after I get the Mustang together. Not sure how I'm gonna go about it. That's why I'm saying the name change is probably gonna have to take place, you know what I'm saying? That way I can be more well-rounded with my content, you know what I mean? But without further ado, man, get it out in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. That's about to be shown on camera, you know what I'm saying? It is a Mustang GT, but hey, it's a GT like you ain't never seen before, you know what I'm saying? It's different as far as what I believe it can be, and it is now. And, you know, hey, without further ado, hit that like button, and we're gonna share this call on camera in 3, 2, 1, 0. you guys. So I hope y'all like the little walk around of the car. I just showing the little exterior part. I don't really know the factory color of this car, but I know it's like a red orange, which is a color in the crayon box, red orange. So I believe that's what it is. It's like a red orange. But man, don't she look sweet. Don't she look sweet. So anyway, it is a 2019 Mustang GT California Special. So it is a little bit different in its own way due to the trim of the Coyote 5.0 squad, the Mustang GT community. It is a little bit different. What I've noticed, it is a like a GT premium pack, but it's just a slightly different trim. Just like for the like the Scat Pack, they have like the SRT version, but it still has the same motor transmission. Same thing with the Mustang GT in this premium pack. It's just a California Special. But as far as in the GT community, the California Special is like its own little rare breed. You know what I'm saying? Just like the SRT, but you know, it's a little bit kind of rare than that. But onto them lines. So anyway, what made me choose this car right here was because number one, the color, and then number two, of course, it's a California Special, has a different trim level to it. And then, you know, the main reason is because I kept hearing all the hype, besides being in a situation where I had to race a few, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't really get on camera. Because, you know, when you're on the highway sometimes on the street, it's pretty much just come as you please. You know, it's not really set up to, you know, be prepared for the camera. But I have raced a couple, not California Special, but I have raced a couple of the regular GTs, whether it's base or premium. I'm not sure what it was at the time, but they did have a 10-speed, and man, let me tell you, that 10-speed automatic is nothing to play with. Because one, for the Mustang, they have a higher rev limiter, you know what I'm saying? Just like the sticks have pretty good rev limiter, the 10-speed, and especially the Mustangs, have a higher rev limiter than what Dodge did. I can tell you that coming from Dodge, that the Mustang holds its gear a little bit longer, which gives you more premium shifts, you know what I mean? The one thing I can say about the 10-speed in this GT that I just have to get used to is, unlike the Scat Packs where you can hold down the left trigger on the steering wheel, the left paddle shift, you can hold it down and the computer automatically find the lowest gear possible, and then you stomp on it and then it'll clear through all the gears, and then when you're ready to go back to regular drive mode, just hold the right one down for a couple of seconds. And the 10-speed, it's not quite that easy. It's not quite that easy. On the 10-speed, you have to actually have the drive mode like in a Scat Pack. I'm just comparing it to Scat Pack, that's where I came from. So like in my Scat Pack, I used to put the drive mode, like if I want to race, like pretty much if I'm on the streets on sport mode all the way through, for the suspension and everything will be on sport. And this one, it does pretty much the same thing. You can put it in sport, track, then they have like drag strip, and they actually have snow and ice on the premium packages. So it has a little bit better of a suspension than what the 392s have, or the Scat Packs. So anyway, I put it in sport through the modes, but then also, let me show you, let me open the door just to show you. On the other side. Go to the other side. See right here? You can see a little bit, cut the light off. Maybe see, you might be able to see a little bit, probably not too much. But this S, I would have to put this in S, as well as the drive mode on the dash. Like right now it's on sport. And then instead of, like I say, holding the trigger down, the paddle shifter down for a couple seconds, it won't. The Mustang on the 10-speed doesn't do that. You have to put it in sport or whatever advanced mode you want to have it in. And then you have to come down here, put this in sport, and then find your lower gear yourself. Like for me, normally when I do like a 30 roll, it's like what, gear 2. Then if I do like a 40 roll, it's like gear 3. And then a 50 is like gear 4. Just kind of like that, you know, just kind of feeling for my own gears. And then when you stump on it, you can't just stump on it. Even though you find your low gear, you can't just stump on it because it's just gonna rev out and not change. What you do is you got to come actually here, and I actually bump it, like bump it into drive. Like when it's in sport, when I step on the gas, I bump it in drive, and then the car automatically finds its gears, like kind of like the Scat Pack. So that's the only downfall about this car. But you know, every car is not perfect. You know, every car has its own little flaws, but it's all about pretty much loading the car. Other than that, as far as why I chose this car, besides it being a California Special, is that the 5.0s, you believe it or not, the 5.0s are actually easier to mod. They're like a little bit cheaper to mod. And one thing I do find interesting that I'm going to do more research on, but I think I came to the conclusion on it, is on these 5.0s. I know for the 18s and 19s, because I know it's like bracketed different. Like, I believe like it's like 11 to 14, like 15 to 17 or something like that, where stuff gets a little tricky. But for the 18s and 19s on the 5.0s, I heard good things about Lund Tune. They do pretty good tunes. I think it's called Lund Tuning, L-U-N-D. And pretty much, instead of using Diablo Sport like I used for the Challenger, then I had to send the PCM to Diablo, get it unlocked, or you have to tell Diablo to send you a blank PCM and the tuning device, which can depend on the year of your car. Like my car's brand new when I did this, it was like $1,000 for the PCM and the computer. For the 5.0 tuning, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's it's called an Engage. You can pretty much pick it up at Summit, wherever, you know, your local advanced parts store is, and pretty much you use the Engage, and then pretty much it hooks up to your OBD2 port, and then you can write custom tunes on it through the SD card that it has, like a cell phone. It comes with an SD card that you stick in the Engage, and that's how you keep up with your tunes and stuff. And you just plug it to your computer when you want to send a tune, your custom tune over. You just plug it in there and then drag it or do whatever. I never tried it before, so you know, I'm gonna have to experience, but I think that's what you do. You use the SD card, plug it to the computer, put the tune on there, and put it in the Engage, and then that's how you load the tunes up. As far as the Mustang goes, especially on the 18 and 19s, like I say, you don't even have to mess with the PCM. You just ride on top of it. Pretty much, I can get that. It's like $400, and then the push coming to shove, it's easier to tune. The Mustangs are easier to tune, especially the new ones. So that's another reason why I went this route. And then too, man, the Coyotes hold more pressure than the Scat Packs and the 392s do, as far as the Challengers or Chargers. The 5.0s, you can throw a lot at it stock without even touching the internals. I'm thinking you can throw at least about 800 wheel horsepower to the stock block without even touching them, without even touching the block. The 6.4, like I said, the ceiling for that, especially if you add nitrous or any type of boost application, is 600, man. It's 600, because even riding at 600, and especially if you pound it on it or use nitrous or your boost a lot, it's only a matter of time before those internals give out. You know, some people get lucky and ride some months, maybe a couple years. Some don't. Some next day or a couple days or a week or so, boom, motor's gone. And then to rebuild, especially if you're doing a 426 build, it's $10,000 unless you got the hookup somewhere. And me, I was willing to spend that before the situation with my car took place. But you know, now that I'm, you know, free of that, not really a burden, but you know, this is I look at it just like a second opportunity to jump into something different, you know, take a different route. Like I say, I'm not the best educated with Mustangs. I still have a long way to go, and I can admit that. But you know, I wanted to learn, so that's what makes it, you know, great about it. You know what I'm saying? I know base things about cars, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes a little more than base, you know, just depending on what type of car we're talking about. And I know how to, you know, work on, you know, some of my cars, especially the ones I have, like my Chevy and stuff, so it makes it that much easier. But a couple things I wanted to show y'all before I jump off this camera is that on the Mustang. So you close the door, open up. Look at that. Got a whole pony on the ground. Y'all see that? Whole pony on the ground. And then also when you open the door, it's LED right here on the sidewall. Look at that. And then too, it gets even better. Check my dash out though. Check your boy dash out. Yeah, I said I got that Christmas thing going on. And I actually do have a theme for this car. I'm not gonna say right now. It will be said in due time. But check this out. Let's say if I want to change my dash, come right down here to settings. Go to my color. Let's just say gauge color. Look at this. Boom, purple. Ooh, blue. Oh yeah, that look good right there. Look at that color combination right there. Orange. Ooh. That look like something fast right there. Red. Ooh, shit. You see that whole dash bloody. You know what I'm saying? They got ice blue. I like that. White. Candy cane. You know, I ain't really feeling that. I kind of like the green. Look like money. You hear me? And then also, I can do the halos on the outer perimeter. Like, boom, orange, blue. I like that. Green on green, ice blue. Put it back on red. So pretty much, yeah, I can play with the dash colors. But the cool thing is, ambient color. Check this. You see the doors red? Boom, orange. Boom, blue. And the floors do it too. Purple. Green. Put it back on that red though. So yeah, pretty much you can kind of play with the colors as far as the inside the car. Even the cup holders light up. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. But I'm gonna make a separate video talking about, you know, the likes and dislikes I like about this car, and I'll probably throw all that little information in there. So yeah, your boy's officially in the Ford 5.0 game. Don't bash me for it. Like I say, I just want to be the best at what I do, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to this YouTube, you know what I'm saying. It's a machine, and at the end of the day, I still got to build it the way that I like it, you know, build it to my liking, you know what I'm saying. But my job is just to provide y'all with the information that I get in hand, and then y'all, you know, either make a similar build or take what I know or what another YouTuber knows or your friend knows or whoever and slightly tweak it and make it your own, you know what I'm saying. Not every car is the same. Even you can get your car tuned by the same person, I promise you it won't be the same, because every car reacts different to what you throw at it. So, you know, my job with this car, you know, is to get the little simple mods done, a little E85, long tube headers, no cats, you know what I'm saying, the Lund tune, what else? How you doing? Oh, and as far as the cold air intake, I know a lot of people go with the JOT. I'm actually thinking about switching up and do the Roush, because I like the way the Roush looks. It has like that built in, and it kind of looks like a wicker build, kind of the way that it's kind of bolted in with the screws on the top, and it's see-through. So it kind of looks like a wicker build type of setup. So that's what makes it a little bit cool. But anyway, yeah, it's official. 5.0. So, like I said, there will be a name change coming soon. I'm still debating on how I want to do it. And of course, I got to do another intro, but you know, hey, it's part of the game. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy, Mr. MOB, himself, man of business. YCN, you can never, you know what I'm saying, for real. Even though I thought I could, you know what I'm saying? Even I can't. But you can never. But hey, like I said on my videos, man, it's still gonna be the same. We the mob, we the family, man. That'll never change, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we family when it comes to this. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I hope y'all like it. Drop the likes down. Hit that boom, 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 boom. Hit that button. You know what I'm saying? Drop some comments down there too. Let me know what y'all think about the car change. You know what I'm saying? 10-speed game. We in here. Signing out.